Oh my god, it's finally time for Mega Evolution. Maybe I could do the other slide and, like, line it up. Oh, that's pretty good. Should've been a little bit further out. Yeah, we have both of the Pokemon Center version ETBs to do here today. Of course, we have black and reflective layers, so I'm taking thumbnail photos hard, as you can see, like, you know, my reflection there. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. But what we are going to be doing is a bit of a competition between both of these. So feel free to leave a comment down below on which one you think we're going to get better pulls out of, our Lucario or our Gardevoir. This isn't like Pokemon Black and White. There isn't really a difference between the two. Just kind of the artwork here. I have been excited for this set because it's pretty much just the next generation of Pokemon. I have a feeling it's going to be a very short-lived one, but if you couldn't tell, there is no Scarlet and Violet on this. Well, that's because, you know, we went from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet, and now we are going to Mega Evolution. I still think that the naming is terrible, but this is our next base set right here. So, let's pull this out. I feel like this is the one base set that had the most people confused that it is a base set, but it is. I just have a feeling it's going to be pretty short-lived. We are probably going to see, our next generation, you know, pretty early into the life cycle of Mega Evolution. But I guess all that's up to Game Freak. So, we have our ETB right here, and as always, I am going into this... Okay, that's a lot of plastic. I am going into this pretty much blind. What is this about? Okay, so they replaced their cardboard inserts with this plastic monstrosity. I kinda hate it. They've done this before, right? Where they've done plastic instead of like the cardboard divider. Like, yeah, this keeps everything clean, but it's kind of boring and cheap, and I don't know. I feel like this has to almost cost more to use all of this plastic than that thin cardboard that they used. Well, I guess we have a bit of a... This just feels weird. A bit of a display to look at here. So we have our sleeves, of course, featuring the Mega Lucario, which I actually have here in the background. When I realized that, I was like, okay, I have to go with this. It has the Mega Lucario. I don't have anything for Gardevoir, so we have Ice over here. Of course, we have our promo card, and that is a very nice looking Riolu. Let's open this up. Yeah, I like to go into sets as blind as possible, and yeah, that's very much the case here. I am very blind on this new generation. So, we have our Riolu here with the Pokemon Center stamp. And is this sitting here like a watchtower? I don't even know what you would call that. Is it really a watchtower? It looks like it's more just like a... for radio, and it just decided this is where it wants to be. But of course, we have it again without the Pokemon Center stamp. So if the non-Pokemon Center version, you get this version instead. Very, very nice looking card. And of course, we have, okay, I left over here, a code card, which, what is this about? Okay, so new backing on it, so we have branding for the Pokemon TCG Live. And then what is this harsh green around the outside? Are they gonna start color coding these again? That's a problem if they are. Everyone was happy that they stopped doing that. So we have our dividers here. Should this be... Oh, there are 5. I thought there were supposed to be 4. Oh, there are 6. Am I crazy? There are usually 4 of these. I don't know why there are 6. I won't complain. That's not a bad change to do, giving me more dividers that I actually do use. Not that I don't have a giant pile of them. Yeah, I've been excited for this one. So we have our energies with the new effect. Okay, I like a little swirl going on. We'll see plenty of these energies as we go, so no point in opening that. And then at the very bottom, we have our dice. And oh, that's kinda sick, the 100 right there. So it is a pretty neat effect that they went with that like weird like textured pattern on the black there. But the 100 being like embossed like this, like it's actually like embossed. Like that is really cool to me. Okay, you're just saying my beat up thumbnail. Like, I don't know, I really like that. But then, of course, with our main die here, it looks fine. I'd say a little bit less neat, and it's damaged like my thumbnail. But then just the EX again, come on, I'm so tired of it. I know why they went to the EX things, they don't do set symbols anymore, but the set symbols on the dice were just a nice touch. Yeah, like I keep starting to say, oh wait, no, I'm being interrupted again. We have a coin, whoops, we have the Lucario, I mean, are you surprised that it's a Lucario coin in the Lucario ETB? I'm really holding it weird. There it is again, also being held weird. So like I kept starting to say, I've been very excited for this set's release. I mean, of course, Mega Evolution being a thing again is just huge. I really do like the pack art. It's very dynamic is the word that I want to use. It's really well done. But also because Phantasmal Flames, the next set, I failed to get my Pokemon Center pre-orders in, so there won't be a Pokemon Center video for that. I tried, but I got Error 7, so I was banned. But our very first pack of Mega Evolution, let's hope we can get something good on not only the first pack of a new set, but our first pack of a new generation. Again, probably gonna be a short-lived one. So again, we have that green code card. Is that just like the new standard? I mean, I'm fine with it if it's just like the standard. I'm assuming pack tricks are gonna be the same as before. So we have our Sandshrew, our Litleo, which also, thank God, they're continuing forward to the Silver Borders. I didn't think those were going away, but it's nice to know that they very much are not. We have the Tinkaton, the Volcanion, Premium Power Pro, Lily's Determination. Very mirror-like on there. It's actually like a little bit of texture. Like, not physically. Okay, maybe a little bit, no. It's just like the way the card is printed adds like almost like a texture to that mirror effect, which you don't usually see when you look at like the Chinese cards do a similar mirror effect. We have the Strange Timepiece and an Alakazam Hollow. Okay, no pull, and yes, just an energy at the back. And in our next Mega Kangaskhan pack, which, ooh, I just realized I don't think any of the packs feature any of the like leaked, not really leaked, but the announced new Mega Evolutions in them. Like the Pokemon, why I forget the name, Legends XY. They don't, they're showing off a bunch of new, sorry, I dropped a card there. A bunch of new, that's a really nice looking reboot, Mega Evolutions. But they don't show any of them on the packs here, which I kind of expected. We have our Kadabra, Lieutenant Surge's Bargain, Executor, again, with that this high reflection. I'm a fan. It's very plain, but I think it works. And okay, we pull my boy on the second pack, the Mega Venusaur EX, which, they're kind of doing that like silhouette thing. That's kind of cool. It's like regular Venusaur at the bottom, and then the Mega form popping out. That's actually really cool. I'm also a big fan of the, I actually was spoiled on that, the yellow text that they're doing up here. Like, it really makes the card feel special instead of just putting Mega or just an M before it like we've seen in the past. Like, that yellow font really adds to this. Okay, I'm super happy. Like, the texturing that they're doing on the card is very light. Like, it's almost like a very low grit sandpaper, high grit sandpaper. You barely feel it, but there is texturing going on. It's just like very small texturing, if you get what I mean. Either way, this card is sick. I'm super happy. This was the first Mega that we pull. The best of the Kanto starters. I don't even know if the other Kanto starters have cards in this. I didn't know Venusaur had a card in this. I mean, I should have known because the Venusaur pack right here, that it would have an EX card in this, but, I'm kind of dumb brain. So there's our code card, again with that green. We have the Shrootle, love the little guy, Helios hanging out in what looks like a beach full of trash. Nincada, Corphish, Ninetales, Inteleon, Strange Timepiece, the Thievel, and Onyx. Okay, nothing in the reverse slots, but we have a Xerneas at the back. Lame. Then we have our Mega Gardevoir right here. So split it open. Yeah, my goal is to have this video up the day after release. So if you guys are watching this on release day of the video, it should be on Saturday. That does mean that there's not going to be any green screen, man. Because my goal is to make sure that this video can be out, tomorrow, which for you guys will hopefully be today. A bit confusing there. So no green screen man interruption in this video, nor green screen man outro. We have the Mega Signal, Garniacle, Frostmoth, and we have the Mega Mawile EX. Fantastic. Fantastic hollow effect, like ripping at the edges of the card. Man, I'm really down for some of the things that they're doing here. Of course, this isn't like a crazy full art, but, this is going to be considered like normal, right? Like, your normal EXs or Vs back in Sword and Shield era. Like, this is just going to be, like, the normal, like, good thing to pull. Like, the base level of good thing to pull. But it looks so good. And I do think that the yellow text is doing a hard carry here. It's worth noting that, again, I know I'm going off on tangents here. One common thing with art is that you don't generally want to have a prominent color somewhere and not feature it somewhere else, right? You want to have colors featured more than once on a piece in order to make it feel complete, right? So if you use yellow somewhere, you want to use yellow somewhere else. And down there in the roll box, correct me if I'm wrong, it's always been yellow. We've always had that, like, yellow roll box. Adding the yellow text up there, I think, is what really helps, like, bring this whole thing together, because you have yellow kind of at both edges of the top and bottom of the card here. Like, it helps pull everything in. I think this is the most impressed I've been with Pokemon in a long while. Of course, ever since Brilliant Stars, we've had the ability to pull what are effectively the equivalent of illustration rares. You know, back then they weren't called that, but, you know, the whole illustration rare thing is still my favorite thing that modern Pokemon does. But as far as, like, being impressed at, like, design, like, I'm super down for these new Mega cards. We have our Shuckle, the Chi-Yu, the Iron Defender, Xerneas, the Knucklestack, and a Clawitzer. Very nice looking holo, but it is just a standard holo. Then we have our next Kangaskhan. Yeah, it should be 11 packs. I didn't even think the count. I'm pretty sure it's 11. I always forget. We have the code card. Then we have Ice-Cube, the best ping one in the Pokemon franchise. Lopunny, the Knucklestack again. Magnemite Shedinja. Ninetales Inteleon, Boss's Orders with that reverse, and Volcanion also with the reverse. I gotta say, I do like these reverses. Like, they are nice, like the nice, like, mirror effect going on. It is very bland, and I can tell you now, I'm gonna get tired of it very quickly if this is what we can expect for the reverses for every Mega Evolution set going forward. Like, it is kind of lame. I kind of, you know, a lot of times with the reverses, as of, you know, the last so many sets at the very least, we've had, like, you know, interesting patterns and stuff going on the background. And we don't have that at all. It's just the holo effect over the basic card. There's no extra, like, pattern added, which is kind of lame. I love the effect. I wish they would have had something more unique in the background behind that holo effect, if you get what I mean. We have the Lunatone and an Energy. Next up, we have our Mega Venusaur again. So pull those out. We have the code card, and we have the Sandshrew Stew, the Spearow, Magneton, Braboot, Spiritomb Gumshoes, the Surfing Beach, Helioptile as our first reverse, Nincada, and... okay. Can't be that bad, right? We have Lily's Determination as a full art trainer. Card number 169 of 132. I know that, like, one of my more valuable cards, my most valuable Japanese card, at least to my knowledge, actually involves Lily. It's Lily's Full Force. So maybe Lily's Determination as a full art trainer is also up there. I probably should have noted way earlier in the video. I'll note it now, but I'll probably also would have added text on the screen a while ago. Take all prices in this video with a major grain of salt. This video is going to be edited on the day that the set released, so there's a chance I'm not even going to be doing prices on screen at all. If I am, it's because there is already some data out there, right? But a lot of the times the prices are insanely overinflated. Like, they are nowhere near, love me a Shift Tree. I hope you get something good in this set, buddy. They're nowhere near what they're going to actually be in, like, a week's time or 2 weeks' time. They're going to be, most of the time, way over. Sometimes you'll find some cards that are under that kind of start rising to prominence, but usually they're way over what they're actually going to be worth. And we have an Executor illustration rare. Very nice looking card. I like how all three Executors seem to be happy here. A very thick line work going on this card. It's nice. I'm a fan. I'm just happy we got an illustration rare out of our first ETB. You know, I would hope so out of 11 packs, but, you know. But yeah, I actually get comments fairly often from someone who goes back and they watch one of my videos on a set when it first, you know, like this, right? This video, in a year's time, the prices are going to be wildly incorrect, because this is just what they were priced at on the day of release. And, of course, that's not going to continue to be the same. Okay, I love that Snom card. But I'll get a comment like months or even like a year after a set released. And it happened very recently with my Black Bolt and White Flare video, where that video released, I think it was the same, it was the day after, I think it was 2 days after the release, I don't remember. Nuzleaf, okay, come on, we get so many of my favorite boys in here, the best of the legendary beasts, the Raikou. And, okay, super fitting to have pulled from the Lucario ETB, and with his little brother right here. Yeah, if anyone's ever wondered, it's one of those little finger puppets that they do in Japan. So we have little finger puppet Mega Lucario with our Mega Lucario. That is sick. I mean, come on, getting the featured boy. And also the fact that the Lucario box came with the Riolu Pokemon Center card. Like, that is unbelievably fitting. I'm still a big fan of this whole, like, regular form back here, Mega form in the front. Like, I don't know, it's just a really cool idea. I'm happy. And if you want to be happy, you can consider becoming a YouTube member with the join button down below. Yeah, no green screen, man. I'm not going to still throw an ad break in here. You get a bunch of benefits like it shows there on screen, with the primary one being a bonus video every single week, and it's only $3. Anyways, we have our next pack. This is our second to last, so we're doing fantastic on this ETB, in my opinion. An illustration rare, a full art trainer, 2 full art EXs, 1 standard EX. Like, we're doing good here today. We have the C-Dot, the Ralts. But yeah, somebody went back and left a comment on the black and white video, and they're like, hey, that card is not worth that much on, like, one of the cards that I pulled. Yeah, man. Like I said in the video, I can't go back and retroactively edit my video to change the prices every day. Like, it's not an option. But we have the Clawitzer. Okay, I was trying to make out exactly what's going on here. So yeah, you have its, like, much bigger claw right here, kind of going all the way down. It looks like it's shooting something out of it, like it's shooting this water geyser out. It's kind of hard to make out fully what's going on in this card. Is it falling or is it rising? I really just don't know. But it looks like it's shooting that blast out of its claw. Fall back to reloads. Maybe it's falling, right? Maybe with that ability? I don't know. Oh, we have a Xerneas. Either way, I'm happy to have a very artistic card. Kind of reminds me of their Greninja card here. Yeah, it would be cool if I could, like, link my videos to, like, TCG Player, and it's like every day the prices are edited. Like, that's not a thing. That's, like, crazy, like, science fiction. Like, make sure you look at the dates on videos whenever you're trying, you know, if you're trying to take the pricing into account when you're watching a video like this. I just kind of do it. It's a nice little thing to add, right? Like, you know, to tell you, like, the rarity of a card and yada yada. But whenever it comes to a new release set, like, there's honestly not that big of a point in even looking at them. We have the Latios right here, the Kadabra, and, okay, well, we end off with the standard version of the Mega Lucario EX. I mean, come on, that's just fantastic. I'm happy. I am very happy with how this first ETB went. Let's go total up the pulls before we go into Gardevoir. So this was everything from the Lucario ETB. So out of those 11 packs, I'd say that we did pretty fantastic here. Of course, you have the 2 Riolus into the Mega Lucario EX, into the full art Mega Lucario EX. Like, that's, I'm happy. So there are 9 pulls in total as well, if we're including the 2 Riolus. But now it's time for this one. We have our second ETB. Of course, we're going to be going through the inserts here a little bit faster, assuming that things are going to be mostly the same. If you're new to the channel, my videos on a new release set are generally a bit slower paced than my normal videos. I'm still slower paced than most PokeTubers. I don't like going super fast and, like, just, like, going straight to the polls. I always find that boring. But I do take a little bit more time to appreciate artwork and stuff on a newly released set. So anyways, we have our sleeves here. I don't really know what else you expected, but, you know, very nice looking sleeves. Then, of course, we have our promo, which is kind of weird in this case, because it's Alakazam. I mean, the Lucario one featured Riolu, kind of makes sense, you know, Lucario's baby form. But then we do Alakazam for Gardevoir. Just a weird thing here. They kind of shaft the Gardevoir here. But at the same time, I do love this Alakazam card. It's really cool. I'm very happy with this one. The artwork feels almost like older Pokemon, mostly on the Alakazam himself. Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, older, you know, Pokemon depictions. I'm a fan. But anyways, we have the Pokemon Center stamped version. Then we have the regular version of the Alakazam here. I know, very, very shocking difference in looks, right? But then, of course, the code card for anybody who wants it. Then we have our dividers, which again, we have 6. So just a fantastic extra amount of dividers. Then we have our energies. So our dice seem to be the same. That would be a little bit lighter. But once again, we do have the embossed on the hundreds there. But our big die is actually different. So let's open it up. Also, yeah, we kind of can confirm. Yeah, they are lighter colors on the die there, very slightly. It could just be because of the print that I got, right, in the batch. But there's the die. Kind of similar to the blue, which just like clear now. Still have the same yellow dots, and then, wow, very poorly painted EX symbol there. Fantastic. They could have done like an M for Mega, man. Mega Man. Anyways, pull out. Oh yeah, I forgot about the coin. In both of mine, the coin was face down, so it kind of blends in there. But it is, what did you expect? Gardevoir. Actually very clean. I actually like that a lot more than the Lucario. Lucario's coin is cool. He actually looks angry that I said that about him. This coin is cool. This is like super clean. Like I'm a big fan of like all of like the negative space going on here. That is really well done. And of course, packs. And yes, I just confirmed there is 11. So let's see how Mega Gardevoir, ironic, stacks up against our Mega Lucario ETB. So let's slide out our very first pack here. Code card. The green is still just throwing me off. We have Heliolisk, Incada, Corphish, the Fearow, Ninetales, and Teleon, Strange Timepiece, the Lopunny, Jinx, and a Yveltal. So no matter which ETB I went with, my first pack was not going to be a pull. I just noticed something. Different shades of green on these cards. Just worth noting. Anyways, whenever I went through and pulled out all of the good pulls from the other ETB, I just kind of had all the cards mixed into a pile, so I actually had to go through and find all of the hits again. I'm going to be smart this time around with Gardevoir and actually separate the hits here. That's a very nice looking Chikorita. But yeah, I'm actually gonna like keep the hits separate this time to save myself some time. Solrock, Magnezone, the Shuckle, and Cinderace. Well, it would be nice if we could get some pulls out of Gardevoir, you know? That would be a good start to me trying to keep them separated. I mean, I already obviously separated the Alakazams. If we're counting Riolu, we're counting Alakazam as well. But like, I would have counted them anyways, but especially the fact that we got both Lucarios with the Riolus, like, come on. Of course, I had to include those in the hits for the little, like, pull recap there. Pokemon Center lady looks very weird. I don't know how to put it. She just looks kind of off. I don't like it. Then we have, okay, well, we have gotten the Mega Mawile twice out of the 22 packs that we're going to be doing here today. So, okay, kind of neat. And Mega Gardevoir pack again. Come on. Mega Gardevoir pack needs to get us something good in here. I mean, I have to assume that Mega Gardevoir is an option for a card that you can pull in this, right? It's weird that they went with Alakazam for the card and not, why I forget its name, not Ralts. Like, that's just weird to me. We have the Risky Ruins, Houndstone, Spoink, Clawitzer, and a Hariyama. Alright, maybe it's going to be the second half of the Gardevoir ETB that works out for us. We did get them Mawile, okay. It's not bad. I'm very happy for the Mawile. It's just kind of a shame that, you know, we kind of already pulled that one. So, kind of lame. We have the Celebi, very nice looking cards. The Jorner, the Forest of Vitality, Tinkatuff, Beware. And, okay, we have a full art trainer, the Premium Power Pro. As if it's not already hard enough to say, my dyslexia also threw it off. I was going to read it as Premium Pro Power, but, you know, not quite right. What does it even do? During this turn, attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Okay. Kind of makes sense that it has the, I was wondering like if it's just for fighting types. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm guessing very much something you would want to pair with Mega Lucario EX, now that I have any idea if Mega Lucario EX is even going to be, like, competitively viable, but surely. I feel like it would be weird with how good Mega Lucario is and how much of a... God, I'm getting that nostalgia for X and Y, man. It was X and Y, right, that I'm thinking of, where they just hand you the Mega Lucario? right? I think. Was that ORAS? I don't remember. I'm getting like heavy nostalgia for it. Like when they just hand you the Mega Lucario, a lot of people thought it was lame, and yeah, kinda. Man, I love Mega Lucario. Like that dude like carried me, man. Like, of course that's like it's kind of like the complaint, right? But there's okay. We pulled the Bulbasaur, and I actually was spoiled on this card. I completely forgot about it. Okay. Gardevoir. I think the Gardevoir ETB is gonna win, like, for me, literally just because of my Bulba boy. That is fantastic. Oh, I am so happy. I remember, like, when, I think this was posted in the Discord, actually might have been posted at me in the Discord, I don't remember. I remember I posted, no, I think it was Black and White I posted some spoilers for. I do, if you join the Discord, any spoilers that I post are marked as spoiler, and I encourage anybody who posts spoilers to do the same. So you don't have to look at it, you don't see it if you're just scrolling. I actually don't think it's posted by me, I don't remember. Either way, like, this, out of the few cards that I knew about in this set, this was the one that I would, like, really wanted to nail down. And to get it in my very first video on the new set, like, I am ecstatic. We have my Bulba boy. What's behind you, buddy? A Meganium, woohoo. This ETB can give us nothing else at this point, and I won't complain. We got the Mega Venusaur EX from Lucario, from the Lucario ETB. We got the Bulbasaur from the Gardevoir ETB. I'm good. Like, if anything, I just want, like, a reverse Ivysaur. I don't know if Ivysaur has, like, an IR or anything in this set. Maybe that's a thing, right? If they gave it to Bulbasaur, Venusaur has a Mega Form, it would kind of make sense if there was an IR of the middle evolution as well. We have the Shroodle, Rare Candy, and Alakazam. Like, I want to say I remember that he does. I guess the set's already out, so it's not really a spoiler, but I'll put on screen the best Ivysaur in this set. It'd be hilarious if you guys just saw, like, a regular Ivysaur there, if, you know, he doesn't have anything. I'm super stoked. Man, I really want to go back and play some of the 3DS Pokemon games now. Like, the Mega Lucario thing is making me itch for it. We have the Mega Manectric EX. This solid. I don't really have anything else to say. It has the same, like, Mega Energy stuff, like, spiking in from the side of the card, but I like how they do it. Like, they actually pay attention, right? On the Mega Mole, they were all kind of, like, pulling in. On this, it's like they're all shooting to the, the upper left, like, kind of fitting the flow with the Manectric kind of going to the bottom left. Like, I don't know, I think they actually, like, put some good attention to detail in the direction of these things, like, flying out. I'm a fan. Even if maybe Manectric just looks goofy to me. We still have 3 packs to go before we determine a winner and do the bonus card of the day, but man, I'm just ecstatic over my Bulba boy. I'm not ecstatic that, you know, that now after all of this I get to immediately just sit down and start editing, but hey, that's the price of doing the YouTube. We have the Crawdaunt, Hariyama, Sizzlipede, and I mean, the Gardevoir ETB is kind of like, it counteracted them all while, and now it's counteracting the Mega Lucario EX. It's just lame to me that it's the same thing. We already pulled him out of 22 packs to pull Mega Lucario EX's full art twice. That is just so lame. I wonder if it has, like, higher odds. I'm surely, right? You know, based on my extremely small sample size here. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy about it, but it is kinda lame. So, slice open our next one. There's the code card. We have the Tangela, Sandshrew, Stew, Litleo, Kalancher, Grumpig, the Forest of Vitality, Executor, Lily's Determination, Dialga, and a Lunatone. Alright, last pack of the day. I want to say that Mega Gardevoir's ETB is behind on number of pulls, so if it doesn't get a pull in this, I'm guessing, I haven't been counting, it's going to be behind on a number of pulls. But let's see, this is the very last one. We have the Thievul, Magnezone, Iron Defender, Grumpig, Mantine, something behind it. Oh, come on, Stuffle. But in the last slot, come on, something, something, something. I mean, hey, it's my boy. I'll take him. Like I'll take it. So yes, there were only 7 pulls in the Gardevoir ETB. But I mean, come on, it has my boy. Of course, the Mawile, then the 2 Alakazams. So this is the way we're kind of gonna do this battle here, right? So Mega Lucario, it doesn't matter because they cancel each other out. Then we have the Mega Mawile, which of course we pulled in both, and so they cancel each other out. Then these were guaranteed. As much as I like the artwork on both of them, they're guarantees. I'm gonna consider them canceling each other out as well. So then this is what is left over from the Mega Lucario ETB. This is the leftovers from the Gardevoir. Man, I'm stuck. Like, Metric's kind of, you know, it's nice, but it's a basic EX. Same with that Lucario, right? Cancel each other out. The Premium Power Pro, I honestly just don't really care. And I would put, like, these, like, slightly above that Power Pro. Like, they're, okay, I would put that one slightly above. I really do like the Clawitzer. So it would kind of come down to, like, I mean, in totality, I have to give it to Lucario. Like, as much as I love my Bulbasaur, Lucario, I'm declaring the winner. So whoever voted for that, congrats. But in my heart, just because of this Bulba, Gardevoir is an honorary winner. And I'm probably going to have to start a Pokemon X and Y playthrough. But with all of that said, it is time for the bonus card of the day. Extensions we right down there in the bottom left corner. As always, pulling a random card from the back and playing Guess the Year. This one is actually in a Squirtle sleeve. I think this is from 2020. Were these sold separately, or were these included in something? It doesn't have the Ultra Pro logo, but I swear this is an Ultra Pro sleeve that they just, like, sold in packs, I want to say, like, at Walmart. I don't remember. But, no price tag or anything. Now, it is in a 2020 sleeve, which could give us a bit of a spoiler. This card could be pre-2020. Looking at the condition of the card, I'm tempted to go a lot more modern. The only real damage is in... I'll zoom in here. That corner right there. Like, the rest of the card looks immaculate, which would make me go very much up to a more modern era. So I'm gonna go... Let's go 2024. We have 2024. Oh my god, I hit it on the dot. And it's my shiny Noibat, another favorite of mine. Okay, I'm happy. I actually remember mentioning in a video that I got lucky and caught a, I already have a shiny Noivern, but I got lucky and caught a shiny Noibat while shiny hunting something else. It just happened to, there was one Noibat spawn, just one. Like, he would respawn every time I would do a picnic reset. Of course, you know, I like Noibat, so I'd kind of keep an eye over there while I was doing my hunt. And just, well, there was a shiny, so hey, I'm happy. We got my shiny Noibat. Kind of weird sleeve choice for him though. But of course, he'll be going in one of my better sleeves whenever I have the time. But of course, the lack of green screen man means that I get to do the outro right here. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that fun stuff. A massive shout out to my YouTube channel members. Pokey Hoarder J, Obsidian, Smokey of the Sun, Andrew B, Bod, Reed, Katie F21, Lana C, Kiss of Ember, Air, Junior Rips Pokemon, who has a new beautiful Absol profile picture, Lycan, Carr, Ava, Reese, Billy, Wilma, Obsidian Panther, Ineffable, Andre Mosquita, Gracie Blackwell, Crispy Demon Duck, Cold Drip Gaming, Aquamarina 369, Wanda Bread, Spiral Vertigo, Shadow Fama 15, Thomas Mancini, Brewster, Ugor, Goody, Shea Blancette, Povo Glock 1, Steve Bell 6, Tordian? I don't know how to say your name. RX Vane, VR, and Megabyte. If you guys want to check out some more content, on this side I'm going to have a random video that I think you'll enjoy. On this side is going to be a playlist of all of my Pokemon videos if you feel like binging. And lastly, here in the center is going to be a link to the community Discord if you want to join in. Thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I will see all of you next time. Goodbye for now.